got to find some help for Uncle Octavius and Pim. Oh, you look like just the sort of heroic warrior I could use. My family's farm is facing some goblin problems right now, and I'm worried my uncle is going to do something terrible. Does that sound like something you could help with? My Uncle Octavius is going to hire some hunters to cull the goblins. But the goblins haven't done anything deserving of full cull yet. Pim says there's a reason for the goblins' behavior, and I believe her. She's a goblin researcher. Pim's taken special interest in the 2 tribes which have camps near our farm. She talks about goblins like they're the best thing in all of West Weald. Go talk to Pim. I'm sure she'd pay you for your help. I think Pim was going to meet with my uncle, so you might be able to find her at the family farm near Gray's Hollow. I really hope you can help this situation before things get too bad. I don't have a clue. They've never been this angry before. My uncle and the other farmers can forgive a few sheep here and there, but they'll lose everything if the goblins continue like this. They're not hungry. Anything they kill is left where it is. I'd say the goblins are sending us a message, but no one on the farms has done anything. Pim checked. I can't blame the farmers for being nervous.
Ready to ride.
A goblin just attacked me, Pim. My niece is missing. I'm hiring the hunters.
Give me more time. I can figure out what's upsetting them. I can calm them down.
Sorry, Goblin researcher. Looks like I won.
Hiring hunters isn't the way to solve this problem. I know that goblins can be unnerving if you aren't used to them, but wiping out 2 camps is going too far. Do you have a moment to help me with this goblin problem? These goblins are more aggressive than usual. It's almost as if they're getting ready for war. When goblins fight, they make trouble for everyone. Goblins aren't stupid, though. They wouldn't get this aggressive without a cause. If searching through a few goblin camps to see what's upsetting them is all it takes to stop a tragedy from happening, I'll do it. Come with me? There's a bitterfish camp not too far. I have some funding left over. You can have it if you help. It'll be hard to miss the bitterfish's camp. It's just west of here. Look for the campfire. Or walk until you smell fish. Watching the goblins and studying their mannerisms would be a lot easier if their camps didn't smell so strongly. I'm not sure, really. Signs of a struggle? Maybe a disturbance of some sort? It takes more than you think to get an entire camp this angry, let alone 2. I'm familiar with this bitterfish camp. I should be able to tell when something's amiss. Same way you study anything else, I guess. I keep my distance and observe the goblins from afar. Sometimes they get comfortable enough with my presence that I can move closer. But I never disturb their lives or interfere with what they're doing. What we'll be doing won't strictly be research. We'll be intervening for a good cause. This time we'll make our observations and inquiries from within the goblin camps. Hopefully it doesn't interfere with my research's integrity.
I need to protect my farm. My family. My niece Bella went out on her own, and now she's missing. If hiring those hunters will save her life, then I'm going to do it, even if Pim hates me. Then she still has to make her way back here to safety, and that's not something I can guarantee with all these goblins around. I know my course. The hunters are the only way to ensure my family's safety. She'd be fine if those goblins weren't out here. One of them just attacked me. You can see its body, there. The goblins are the problem, and Yerntan's hunters are the solution. I know it. Then she still has to make her way back here to see...
Keep your
Let's
gold, Octavius.
ride.
My friend and I are going to fix this.
Do what you have to, but don't blame me, Pim.
Yeah! Yeah!
Try not to call too much attention to yourself. I don't want to stress the goblins more than necessary. Please don't attack! Oh no! They're shaman? Oh, look at the wounds! Goblin weapons don't cause trauma like that.
It's nice to look at, sure, but let's not let it slow us down.
Normally there's an incredible totem in this shrine. Where is it? Goblins never move their totem. The missing totem and the shaman. It's all so horrid. But we should talk over what we found. Losing a shaman is enough to cause uncertainty within a goblin camp. But losing their totem too? No wonder this camp is so violent. I have some theories, but nothing conclusive. Nothing good. The missing totem is already enough to get the goblins angry and mobile. But the dead shaman explains the chaos. They're scared and unorganized. Desperate. We can't. Not without their totem. Until they get it back, they won't appoint a new shaman. And whatever happened to the previous one seems suspicious to me. We should investigate the Sharptooth camp next. It's just southeast of Gray's Hollow. Goblins are highly territorial. That's why the Sharptooth camp is a little ways away from the Spitterfish goblin camp. Still, they're nearer than most other goblin tribes, and that makes for interesting research. You'll see what I mean. They're not as frightened of other creatures. I suppose having a camp near Gray's Hollow will do that. They do tend to get into more mischief because they're not as intimidated by the farms, but they're also not as reactionary.
Ready to ride. Yeah!
Scouted around, and the goblins look agitated here too. Let's see what we can find. Oh gods, not here too. The totem is gone and the shaman is dead. A rusty knife? It's not one of the goblins. See the handle? Much too big for them. This can't be coincidence.
Hello? Is someone there? I need help.
Bella?
Thank you.
What is
Did I
Octavius'
hear
niece
you
doing
mention a
here?
knife? Can I see it? Pim always talked about how dangerous entering a goblin's camp was. I was trying to stay away from the goblins, but I guess I should have been looking to stay away from the traps instead. You found a knife. Can I see it? She's right. It doesn't. This is my family's kitchen knife. My uncle said it was missing just the other day, but goblins don't steal knives. I don't know. This could explain why the goblins are encroaching on the farms more than usual. Maybe the sight of the knife or the smell of it is turning the already angry goblins against the farmers. I realized I just couldn't send strangers into a situation I was too scared to be in myself. I didn't get very far, though. Stepping on that trap was stupid. But I'm glad I was here to identify the knife for you.
Finding the knife we planted won't change anything, Pim.
You stole the knife? Why?
Ask your precious researcher. Her work is very enlightening.
My work? Oh, adventurer. I think I know what he's doing. My last publication was on the past major goblin wars. What started them, the factors and variables that drove all these different goblin tribes to war. Yearn 10 is recreating the exact conditions of Bone Cliff battle. There was a rough few seasons. 2 camps lost their shamans to sickness while flooding destroyed their totems. Neither tribe left the battle with enough goblins to support their camps. The only thing Yearn 10 introduced to the tale is a knife. Which explains why the goblins were so hostile to the farms. Yearn 10 doesn't just want the goblins to be violent, he wants to be paid. Yearn 10 must have the missing totems. Because he wants to lure the goblins to his hunters. They won't be paid unless the goblins are dead. And Yearn 10 is lazy enough to devise a plan to get the goblins to come to him. I think Octavius let the hunters camp in Gray's Hollow.
I'm trusting you to deal out justice for the dead goblins.
I'll meet you at Gray's Hollow.
Yeah!
You have to get the totems back. Nothing else will stop this violence. I've never seen goblins so agitated. I hope it's not too late to return the totems to them. I'd hate to have to write up this incident as a tragedy. Not if it can be stopped. I think I'd have to. If we can resolve this peacefully, then others may need to know how we did it. Goblins are reasonable creatures, even in this state. If I return the totems, that might end this whole ordeal. Would you mind retrieving them? I don't think I can bring myself to attack a goblin. I'll only slow you down in there. I'll meet you on the western side of Gray's Hollow when you're done. I probably shouldn't stay in one spot for too long. The Bitterfish and Sharptooth goblins have well-documented totem motifs. Both will have skulls in a place of prominence. Bitterfish totems are taller and incorporate feathers, while the Sharptooth totems are shorter and very clean. I'll meet you on the west side of Gray's Hollow when you have the totems. Good luck. You have to get the totems back. Nothing else will stop this violence.
Should have been more prepared. Ours now. I never noticed places like this when I was on my own.
I don't need payment to kill you.
Easy.
Over here.
Thank the Eight. Hand me the totems. The sooner I can return them to the goblins, the sooner this mess is over. Thank you. I hope this works. I was making good progress earning these goblins' trust, but Yerntan's actions might have ruined that. Well, there's only one way to find out. Here they come. Don't attack them. I did not take your totems, but I am returning them. So please, stop. Did you see that? The displays of aggression just disappeared. Oh, they're calming down. I don't know if they'll attack either of us on sight anymore. Oh, this is impossibly exciting. I think they trust me. This is such a breakthrough for my research. See how they're not attacking us? That's proof that they're not hostile anymore. I couldn't have done this without your help. Thank you. Please, accept this. I am going to be able to return to my research with a new perspective on goblins. Although, I might keep my notes to myself for a bit. Maybe I can stop the next Yerntan by delaying my publications. I suppose I'll settle down here and make sure the two camps are protected from more interference. They deserve the same safety that the farmers want for themselves. I'm sure, in time, the farmers can learn to not be so scared of goblins. Between Bella and I think we can get Octavius to change his views. He'll help us with the others. Everyone was too blinded by their fear of the goblins to see Yerntan for the crook that he was. We can change that. I am. Like I said, the misunderstanding here was fueled by fear. But there's nothing to be afraid of anymore. There are other places in Tamriel where goblins and humans coexist. It's not impossible.